Stop playing boring shit on the drums. In this video, I'm going to show you a 4-limb exercise that I came up with to unlock your creative phrasing behind the drum set and allow you to play more fluidly with all your limbs playing together at the same time and playing off of each other. It combines all the fun stuff like 3 and 5 note phrases, hand and foot ostinatos, and even working your hand technique and endurance. It's the perfect amount of variation and consistency all in one exercise. We're going to start from pretty basic all the way up to pretty difficult. I've been on and off tour with my band for about 5 years now, and after playing night after night for weeks at a time, I noticed myself playing the same old boring shit on the drums and even boring myself when I was playing. I wasn't having any new ideas, so I thought about some of my favorite drummers: Nate Smith, Sput, Richard Spavin, Stanley Randolph. What do they all have in common? The big thing I noticed is that they all think and play in creative phrases rather than just licks or stickings. They play the drum set as one cohesive instrument rather than separate drums and cymbals. Cool, so how do we do that? How do we think and play in cohesive, creative phrases? Well, first, structured practice, then practical application, and then get into some improvising. Here's a quick look at the advanced version of the exercise. Stick around and I'll break this down step by step. Oh, and by the way, I made something totally for free for you. Some of you might know I'm a personal trainer and certified nutritionist, and I've been helping musicians build muscle and burn fat, all while living the crazy lifestyle of a musician without needing a gym membership or spending hours on a treadmill. If you want 20 fitness tips for the next 20 days that are going to help you look better, feel better, and play better, click the link in the description below, totally for free. You can unsubscribe at any time if you want. Level 1, the basic version. We're going to start by playing 1E and on the ride cymbal. The left foot is going to play steady eighth notes on the hi-hat. Then the bass drum is going to play a 2, a 3, a 4, a 1. Level 2, we have a shifting 3-note phrase on the snare drum. It's going to start by matching the right hand on the ride cymbal playing 1E and then it's going to shift in the grid to E and a, then it's going to shift again to and a 1, then it's going to shift again to a 1E. So to start, you're going to hang out on each separate snare phrase for 4 measures. Then, to get a little more advanced, you'll switch every 2 measures. Then you'll bring it to every 1 measure. And then finally, you'll switch every beat so you end up with a 5-note phrase. 3 notes on, 2 notes off. Level 3 is just practicing the 5-note phrase over and over until you can get it up to speed, and then even push your speed a little bit. Level 4, we're gonna try the dotted 8th note bass drum. So up to this point, the only thing that's been changing is the snare drum. Now we're gonna change the bass drum. Let's go back to our basic 1E and phrase on the ride and the snare drum. The only difference is the bass drum is gonna play every 3rd 16th note. So we have a dotted 8th note. It's gonna take 3 measures to resolve. Here's what that sounds like. Now we're gonna switch up that left hand from 1E and to E and a to and a 2 to a 2E every 3 measures. So again, that dotted 8th note bass drum in 4/4 time is gonna resolve after 3 measures. So in order to stay on track with our bass drum, we're gonna switch up the left hand pattern every 3 measures instead of every 4, 2, and 1. Let's hear what that sounds like. Now, once you get comfortable switching the left hand every 3 measures, you can start to, again, shorten the time from when you switch from 1E and to E and a. You can start switching and varying your left hand at shorter and shorter intervals, again, until you start switching it every beat. So now you have a 5-note phrase on the snare drum, playing over a 3-note phrase in the bass drum, while your right hand is playing a group of 4, and your left foot is playing a group of 2. Let's bring it all together. Play it for about 15 measures until everything resolves back on the 1 in 4/4 time. Bonus points if you can do this while counting out loud. It's really going to help solidify everything and solidify your internal clock and your time. Let's see if I can do it for 15 straight measures. Check it out. Quick tip, if you're having trouble getting all of this to sound clean, practice just isolating 2 limbs at a time at a nice slow tempo until you can get it clean and confident, then add in a 3rd limb, and then finally a 4th limb. Lastly, my challenge to you is to start improvising with this. So pick 1 limb and improvise with different rhythms while you're keeping the other 3 static and playing the same rhythm over and over. And if you're struggling to get your hands up to speed and you want to play it faster, I recommend you check out my hand speed video where I increase my hand speed by 20 beats per minute in as little as just a few days with 1 simple exercise. Check that out. I think it'll definitely help. And if you like this video, you're gonna love that one. Till next time, peace.